Welcome to the Voice Response Registration System, a true school university representing universally. You have added hip-hop ethics 120. For those that don't know, school fit. Who got the nerve to write a jam that you can swerve to? Over track so fat, the nickname Big Bertha. It's probably the kid that half the crews have never heard of, whose mind travels further than sex, drugs, and murder. So when you play the role of the timeless since further, I'm sorry if you're 85 and you would have preferred a album full of ignorance of places and experience before the reasons why, for the sake of sounding fly. But I grade your style without the curve, cause you don't deserve to receive the grade that might let you build up the nerve to write the rhyme and feed you and need you to listen. My words are wet with crystal clear wisdom, so they glisten. And I fill in the blanks for all the answers that you're missing. I'm rolling with the mongoose, this next is steady hissing to expose my flaws like swords and swords. Since they cannot be reformed, I simply kill them by the force. So in other words, nah man, skip the explanation. See, that's what the rewind's for, so be patient, cause this is the direction that my pen should be dragging to transform your dollar cabs into bandwagon.
They ride with the mic, it's like it's just the blade goes down. Man, I cut you like lumber. They ride with the mic, it's like it's just the blade goes down. Man, I cut you like lumber.
You see, somewhere in between the old school and the new school, a master of the next school came to teach the now school, cause business class was steady playing old tricks on new fools, so everybody rocks you. Can't nobody drop jewels. One track minded, blinded, thinking only pop school, supplying demand rules, replaced by A&R rules. The scholar of the next school, he wasn't trying to hear that. So principals and teachers abroad began to fear that if this guy makes an impact on the students that we play, they'll end up having way too much control over their grades. To grades are equal status for power, so just like college, you're so caught up in letter grades, you skip the effing knowledge. See, that's how music now is just from listener to maker, and that's why music makers just from listener to faker. So when the listener graduates to be your artist, he's still enslaved by the principles because they're heartless. First they make you imitate another man's skill, now you use your power for another man's will. Move the crowd's mental when they tell you sit still. Move the crowd's pockets instead to get the bread. Yeah, that's what the students gather from what the principal said. They make you think the world bleeds green instead of red, but class is in session now, so all that stuff is dead. I'm coming through with knowledge and wisdom to fill your head.
They ride with the mic, it's like it's just the blade goes down.
Man, I cut you like lumber.
They ride with the mic, it's like it's just the blade goes down.
Man, I cut you like lumber.
They ride with the mic, it's like it's just the blade goes down.
Man, I cut you like lumber.
They ride with the mic, it's like it's just the blade goes down.
Man, I cut you like lumber.
So wait a minute, what the hell does chopping trees have to do with color lyrics? That's the spirit, kid. Analyze the lyric from the moment that you hear it. See, cause most don't have the skill to utilize their ears function as a garbage filter, so their brain gets clogged and congested by the time and the effort that's invested in illusion. And by the time's definition of reality, by the time you get the facts, they outnumbered in confusion. So I come to get you off my chest and opinion, and I come to make you feel at home with your power, and I come to plant seeds of responsibility, cause I come harder than a sleeper's cold shower, refining and refreshing, reprimanding those who claim they're representing by demanding clarity, cause when the mouthful don't equal an outful, an earful sound awful. At least that's how it seems to me, so I lead by example in my soundproof room, and the comp gets trampled on my whack-proof stage, and my answers be ample in the packed classroom, cause my thoughts are reflected on the ink-filled page.
They ride with the mic, it's like it's just the blade goes down.
Man, I cut you like lumber.
They ride with the mic, it's like it's just the blade goes down.
Man, I cut you like lumber.
They ride with the mic, it's like it's just the blade goes down.
Man, I cut you like lumber.
They ride with the mic, it's like it's just the blade goes down.
Man, I cut you like lumber.
No doubt, 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 no doubt.